playing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, True Believers England team here. It's wow, 10:30-ish. So it's time to ring some comics. Tonight we're doing Silver Age Batman comics. I dig it. I picked these out. My whole thing was, I was like, okay, we already did 60, so I figured let's just start at the beginning. And because at the time you had Batman and Detective, I went to October 1956, same month that the Flash first appeared, and just count down 12. One Detective, then one Batman, one Detective, one Batman. It's really cool. We got some interesting comic book covers. I don't know if you would call some of these good or not, but by all means, these are interesting comic book covers. You got to remember at this point, we've got that seal of approval, the Comics Code on the covers, and Batman went to some weird places, man. And this is just the beginning. When they go full sci-fi, they get really freaking weird.
I think I told you that I picked up the Batman Silver Age Omnibus.
You did,
and read all the way through it, 700 some pages.
Mm-hmm.
Not a single supervillain.
Really?
Because, yeah, they weren't using them because of the code. I imagine so. They were all
which
murdered.
Is why we have Silver Age first appearances of.
Yeah, they have murder mysteries. Trips to back in time and other planets and whatnot, and the investors are going, can I just hear this?
Well, I gotta say, normally I always look at one thing and say no live stream should last longer than this, and usually it's you guys see it, it's my bottle of tea. I unfortunately left a bottle of tea out. I left them all out and they all got kind of sour. So I actually don't have my bottle of tea. So now no live stream can last longer than this. So it's going to be 15 minutes today, guys.
All right. Let's make it quick.
All righty.
10.
There you go. 10. All right. Hello to one slick dude. Maranya's in the house as well as Brian Stam. The Dark Admiral is here with us today.
Hi.
Ice Tops, Joe, Ethereal. And hopefully we'll pick up more on the way. Let's look at some Batman comics. And it just so happens that the Lester sisters are here today. Okay.
Yeah, we're both here.
All righty. So you're in the starter block here. So you get to start us off. And this is Detective Comics number 236. By the way, first appearance of the Bat Tank.
Bat Tank. Oh no, that's amazing. Is the Bat Tank like a thing that shows up a lot? I don't.
It was used in the what was it, Batman versus Superman movie?
Really?
It was.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's pink. That's amazing. So this is back when I guess.
And
Batman
by the way, I had this book. It wasn't in great condition, but I had this book in the auction once.
That's cool.
So what do you think about the cover?
Let's see. It says, is this a police officer? Or is this normal people? What? Okay. Why are Batman and Robin using a bat tank instead of the Batmobile? And why are they being summoned by a loudspeaker instead of the bat signal?
Calling Batman. Emergency.
There you go. I mean, that certainly makes you wonder, like, why would he have a tank? How are tanks in the city? But you know what? Comic book cities have tanks for no reason. It's true. There's like always like if a super villain shows up or robots are there, then there's just, okay, you got to bring the tanks over. I'm like, okay. So people have tanks in comic book worlds a lot, I find. And he's also throwing a smoke pellet for no reason out of the tank. So there's a lot of questions, and that's a pink tank, and I want to find out what happens. I will give this a 10.
All righty. How about you, Melissa?
Oh, wow. Sometimes I kind of understand why people in comic book cities kind of get grouchy at superheroes. It's like, really? Okay, maybe they're just jealous, but I can understand why. But still, it's a good thing they use their powers for good, and that is a cool tank.
Mm-hmm.
And you gotta know there's just as many citizens who find this awesome.
That's true.
What would you score this?
Let's see. I would say, yeah, I think it's super awesome. That is definitely like 10. Yeah.
All right. And Eric.
The Bat Tank has a cape.
You're right.
If that's not 10 worthy, I don't know what is.
All righty. And LK.
Oh, geez. You guys are throw me into peer pressure here, but I'm going 9. You know,
Right.
it needs a little bit something more for me to get it to a 10.
If the cape had been flapping, would you have given it a 10?
Maybe some background. I don't know.
Obviously,
like in times past, you're not quite sure what's missing, but it just for you, it's not a 10.
Yeah, I'll tell you what's missing: a building behind it. It's got a blue. Obviously, the focus is on the tank. They want you to look at the tank, and the tank is awesome. It's got the face and the cape, as Eric has noticed. The fact that it seems to be on fire on both sides. I don't think he's throwing a smoke pellet. I think that's supposedly smoke coming out of an exhaust in the front of the tank there. But yeah, it needs a little bit more background to make it 10 for me. I'm gonna say an 8.
It's probably the brake pads from the sudden stop.
Maybe. How about you, RDV?
Your tank.
That is kind of cool because that's that. Now I know that Frank Miller actually went back and did some research for his tank.
Yep.
I give it a 10 for this, the tank alone.
All right.
I know, right?
And all the pedestrians they ran over.
Let's get to the chat. Ethereal's giving it an 8, and so is Joe. All right. And 9 from Ice Tops, and an 8 from Brian. What the heck is the new model Batman? The symbol was different. Ahoy, One Slick Dude says Dark Admiral, ignoring everybody else. And One Slick says this is a totally hokey cover, ignoring One Slick, our Dark Admiral. Okay, and that's another 8. And Maranya says Detective Comics 236, just enough background to get to set the scene. Purple Bat Tank, Curiosity sells the book. Score Tank 10. Oh, big KBs. Dark Admiral gives it a 10. Batman could have used his incredible wealth to build a hospital, but then he wouldn't have had it. Oh, come on, Joe. That's what Wayne Industries is for.
That's true.
They've got a lot of charity.
Well, the Bat Hospital would be kind of funny. I bet there's some kids that'd like to be at the Batman Hospital.
All righty, let's get a stop on this one. Our first comic cover of the night, Detective 236. We have 4 8s, knocking out 4 of those 6 10s, but we do have 2 9s. That's where it ends up dropping to. This will end up being a 9.
But just think how many people Batman, Bruce Wayne could have fed instead of building that tank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that Joe was making light, because we have heard that argument so many times before.
I don't put the argument they're bad because at this point, when there was so much corruption, I'm pretty sure all the civilians were already dead. So he could have gave out like 5 cheeseburgers. That would have been all the citizens that are left in Gotham.
Yeah, it comes up every 2 to 3 months from some clueless lefty who this is their first time reading a Batman book. And
I don't understand.
I don't think that. I think it's a case of farming. That's all.
I'm sorry, I don't understand what you just said, LK. Are you suggesting that there are lefties with a clue? I don't understand. Anyway, let's go to Eric and the second comic, which is Batman. What did I do? I moved it. Batman 103, sir.
Yeah, are you going to share the tier?
I am right now. Yep. There we go. It's all you, Eric.
Let's see. 7.
Alrighty. For you, that's a 3. Why so low?
You know, maybe if there'd been even like a half-ass attempt at showing any kind of like audience watching this,
Okay,
might have helped. And I don't know. Like I said, it's just
If Bathound had a cape.
well, yeah. But he lent it to the tank.
But read the caption. It says entry blank.
Yeah.
Okay, so how about you, LK?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm just gonna assume with the camera there that they're actually like filming in a TV studio. You know, like it's a version of Bonzo.
It's like WWE during COVID.
Yeah, or AEW. But you know, yeah, I'm probably there as well as a 7. It's just a little too cutesy for me.
All right.
So there would have been 50,000 people watching then, like today.
So I'm guessing that guy they tripped. And I was wondering, why is there a Tommy gun just casually just floating there? Yeah, the dog tripped them, so the guy dropped the gun. I don't know what Robin's looking at, or he's just thinking, "Oh, great, this is so awesome!" As he trips too over the rope.
Careful, Robin.
And Batman's like, "Damn dog, showing me up." This is a 7.
All righty. Okie dokies. And now to Melissa and Amy.
I think this is a great example of just like the exceeding, especially back then, of the difficult question that all Batman readers have to ask themselves at the time: how seriously do you take the book? I think, yeah, the Bat Tank was goofy, but you at least assume that he was, trying to fight crime with his Bat Tank. It's a little overpowered, a little like out there, like a little like, yes, this man is clearly funded by someone who's incredibly rich. But it's like, but at least they're fighting crime. Like, it says here, Bat Hound movie star. It's like, and now it kind of looks like, at least from looking for the cover, that he's making some kind of circus themed TV show. It's like, is he a crime fighting influencer, or is he just trying to get attention? It's like, but okay, enough philosophy.
Like, are there really consequences here, or what are they trying to achieve?
Right. So yeah, I can understand like it being like cutesy. It's like, this is just like a little painful. Like, am I looking at something really truly silly?
So what would you score?
I'm thinking maybe, but it is fairly well drawn. Maybe 7 too.
Okay.
Because it kind of feels like the perspective feels a little off. Like Robin looks like he's gonna fall into the ground, and the perspective's a little unsettling. So I'm thinking it's not quite very good, but the fabric's well drawn and things. So like 7.
Right. Amy.
Yeah, I think I'd give it 7. There's enough pink in it, and there's a cute dog.
Fair enough.
Okay, so yeah, obviously they're filming something here, or at least they're using the, as Melissa said, the background of a movie shoot to fool the Batman and Robin into the they're trying to use that to hide the fact that they're committing a crime. You're right. Robin's taking a tumble. That dog ain't stopping in time. Overall, it's okay. It's not great. It is a 6. All right. Let's see what the chat is saying, though. And we have a 7 from Ethereal, and 8 from Ice Tops, and a 7 from Joe. 1, 2, 3. Next up, Dark Admiral says 5, and MK says, looks like they're running on a giant spinning toy. You remember the one that spins you while you have a steering wheel thing and a sit and spin?
Oh, the teacups?
No, it's kind of like the teacups, but you sat down and you spun it. It was called a sit and spin. So we got a 5 and an 8. All right. And next up, Brian says, I agree with Breen. Needs a bit more background. Give it a 7. Maranya saying Batman 103 cover concept's clever, but the figures could have been drawn larger. Also, tent details are missing. Ace the Bat Hound pushes the score to a doggo 7. And then we have 7 from One Slick saying never understood why a dog needs a mask. And is that a TV camera in the upper left? Yes, it is. Alrighty, or a movie camera. Interweb dude says 3. Not digging on the back cover. One slick dude to protect his secret identity. Ace wasn't Batman and Robin's dog. Oh, okay. Alrighty. Let's get the stop on this one. And by the way, if I put the stop up, you haven't voted, just put your number in. I'll change it as necessary. We got a 3 knocking out one of those 8s. And then 5 knocking out the last of the 8s. And then we got 1 6 versus 9 7s. I'm thinking this is a 7. Let's move this on down to the east side. Okay, there we go. And next up, we have LK.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, another acrobat or circus theme, kind of. Oh boy, Dick looks worried. And let's see, you've got Jason Todd, you've got Kelly, and you've got, looks like Stephanie maybe, but with a different haircut. No, I'm just kidding. But I mean, at least one of those looks female, which is interesting. Yeah. So it's not bad. Again, though, God, just they just don't do any kind of background detail at all. So yeah, 7.
7. Alrighty, RDV.
It's kind of weird though. There's other Robins, but
Like,
well, they're auditioning Robins. The caption is Batman is testing those boys, and the winner is going to take my place.
And Robin looks worried because they're not going to pass the test. He's going to be stuck again with Bruce in the winter. In that one room, they sleep in that one bed. They sleep together in a giant mansion.
That is what Frederick Wortham went on with. They're phoning each other. Yep. But what do you think about the cover? What do you score it?
6.
6.
Yeah. Well, Venkman, didn't you read that terrific miniseries a few years back, Robins, that got all the living Robins together? They were being hunted down, and it turned out it was the first Robin that was mad. And
okay. This goes to prove that you like reading bad stuff.
There you go. Okay, Melissa.
Okay. Perspective in the background is kind of slidey all over the place, kind of for me. Maybe that's on purpose in order to get everything in the shot. But it's a little disconcerting. And
why does Batman need so many Robins?
I mean, I was thinking the same thing. It was like, okay,
He only
so
needs one. He's auditioning them to take Dick Grayson's place.
Right. And I'm kind of like, as far as I understood, Robin was sort of an accurate, he was an athletic kind of adventuring type, and he sort of lets him join in on his adventures just, because, it seemed like a fate seemed to bring the two in together, but it looks like he's actively seeking teenage sidekick, young teenage sidekicks. And
that doesn't work.
It feels, well, I can see why people thought that this, like, it's weird if you're not his, it's weird if you're not his son.
Yeah, it's weird if he's my son. It's weird if he's not your son.
Right.
So what do you score it?
I would say the kind of the odd details in his hand, expression, everything. I would say about a 6. I kind of feel like I could draw this, and that's a problem.
Okay. How
I could
about
always
Amy?
draw this admittedly.
It's weird. There certainly are technical issues with it, but it's done better than any of the covers we've seen so far. So I don't know how much I can fault it for that. There is no bat tank, and that's going to be a problem. But overall, I think they've arranged the elements in this in a way that gives it at least a graphically interesting flare.
Okay.
And the poses aren't too bad. So I think I'll give this an 8.
All righty. And that would lead to Eric.
Okay, the one on the trapeze, he's screwed. Because in this tiny room, he's going to smack off the wall big time.
He's got too much energy.
Well, both
I thought
trapeze
I thought the one that if the guy on the trapeze wants the job, all he's got to do is not catch the one that's flipping towards him.
Yeah, man, Robin's going, I didn't have to take a test.
Yeah.
This is just I swear I read this story, but I forgot what happened.
It is very concerning that Dick wasn't good enough for Batman.
Well, there is a reason, because there's all these. Yeah, that's the thing. Silver Age, all about misleading. But I'm going to give us an 8, because I said I've come to the conclusion we're not going to get backgrounds. We're not going to get well rendered characters for the most part. That's just the way it is in this time.
Okay, well, I'm giving this a 6. It's kind of a boring and cover, and the more I look at it, the more I'm thinking they didn't think it through, because there's 2 dead kids in here, so, and yeah, they
well, then that makes it an easy choice.
The one in the middle is just Alice from the Brady Bunch.
Yeah, the one before she became the maid. All right, Joe's saying 7, Ethereal saying 6, and Interweb Dude is saying 5. I guess I don't like the circus theme better than the last one, though. So we got a 5, 6, and a 7 here. 5, 6, 7, 8. Dun, 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 dun. Knighton for Ice Tops. Brian Stam says 6. And Maranya says Detective Comics 237. Why is Batman auditioning new Robins? Curiosity sells the cover.
Find out.
Rendering is serviceable. Score a not Robin 7. So we have a 6 and a 7. All righty. MK, I will say 9. I like all the Robins all together. And then One Slick says 7, a flock of Robins. Tweet, 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 flock of Robins. Okay, Amy, he likes birds.
Nice.
I suppose cats and dogs. Robins die more often than anyone wants to admit. Batman clones the Bat family. Also, I feel like this would give Dick PTSD. And Rhaegar says 7. All righty, gang. 1-5, knocking out the 1-9. No 10 on this one either. The last 2, no 10s. 5 6s go after 2 8s, and then 3 of the 5 7s. 7 stand. We got another 7, ladies and gentlemen. Not going so well for the Silver Age yet today. All righty, but maybe RDV will see something in the next one, and this will change the fortune. RDV, I give you Batman number 104.
Nice.
Wow. That's a weird symbol, though. The red. That's wow. That's just weird. They're underwater.
Mm-hmm.
And the creature's breathing fire.
Yeah, I don't know.
You've got an underwater fire-breathing dragon.
If the Human Torch can, the Human Torch can breathe fire underwater.
Yeah. Well, it just means it's sulfur based.
There you go.
There's no caption whatsoever.
None's needed. You've got an underwater fire-breathing dragon.
That's pretty cool.
You know,
way to score this, RDV.
I'm just gonna say that this is Frank. They know him. They visit him every once in a while. They hang out with him. This is a 10.
All righty. Okay, Melissa.
I love the audacity they put on scuba gear and go fight them an underwater dragon.
That's amazing.
That's amazing. Yeah, if the first one you saw was worth 10, this one has to be 2. Just big purple underwater breathing dragon. They're gonna fight him in scuba gear. That's just like, it doesn't matter. He's Batman, and he's Robin. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. That's just awesome. Good luck fighting the dragon, boys.
So what do you score this, ladies?
10.
All righty. And Eric?
It's Batman versus Gorgo.
Right?
That's 10.
It's a 10. All righty. So we've got 5 people here. It only takes one more 10 to make a complete panel 10. I'm sorry. We got ourselves, not only is it a underwater fire-breathing dragon, but it's well-rendered underwater fire-breathing dragon with excellent, you talk about no background, but that color, I mean, you do have a little bit of like water bubbles and everything, some fish swimming in the background if you look under the creature's legs. But I think it just all serves to make this thing look a lot cooler. It's a very simple cover, but gosh darn it, definitely deserves a 10. All righty. Let me go to the chat. And
you got how many on the panel?
5. Did I skip one?
We managed to skip LK.
1, 2,
I
3,
thought you already
4,
gave
5, 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, because we're technically 2.
LK,
Sorry.
I skipped.
You started with me.
Okay.
I guess unless you're not counting yourself on the panel.
I sometimes don't, by the way.
Yeah.
So yeah.
No,
your turn, sir.
I'll join the chorus of 10s. It's
Alrighty.
great.
No, sorry about that, dude. Yeah, actually, sometimes I don't. I just look at you guys, and that's where it is.
Yeah,
Interweb dude says 10, and Joe says 9. Ice Top says 10. So boom, boom, boom. Batman and Robin versus Godzilla. I guess he forgot his Godzilla kaiju suit, says MK, giving it a 10. It's awesome. Ethereal says 10. Next up, come on. This should be a resounding 10, says Interweb dude. It makes sense because he has atomic breath, like Godzilla. Dark Admiral says 9. One Slick says 10, just because they had the huevos to do it. Alrighty. So we got a 9 and a 10. Weird to fire breathing dragon underwater. What the F? However, I will go wait. It tells a story. Maranya says this should have been a light blue background to make it look like water. Silver Age silliness of the cover makes this a definite 10.
Ringer, we did get your 10, even though it was before the start.
Oh, Rhaegar gave it a 10 before the start. Got it. Boom is here, and he says, very good idea, but the execution is lacking. Is that smoke or bubbles from nowhere near his stomach? Maybe it's what it is he's moving his arm, and that's what's leaving there. But he gives it a 6.
Yeah.
Not digging on it very much.
Bubbles to
and I got Rhaegar. Okay, so let's get the stop on this one. I got 1, 6, 1, 8, 2 9s trying to fight against 13 10s, ladies and gentlemen.
It is a 9. No, it's
it is a 9. It's linked to where did it go? Here it is. All righty. And next up, we are going to go with Melissa. Amy had the first one. You're going to be the last in the.
Okay.
Open this door, you die. Open this door, you escape. Batman and Robin, both the other doors will doom you. This door leads to freedom. Reader, which door would you open if you were faced with the doors that hid disaster?
Well, shark means we're going to get killed by sharks.
He's got the shark repellent, right?
I know, but for how many sharks?
It's in his helicopter.
Huh. That's pretty suspenseful, I admit. Which door do you take? One shaped like a wine bottle or maybe a bowling pin, a shark, and like a bat, sort of like a bat cape. Nice shadows on the ground. Then I pose everyone looks like they're standing.
Wait, one of the middle is a land shark. You go on dry land.
Oh yeah, dry shark.
Yeah. Land shark.
Okay, so I had to pick a number.
That bowling one would be hard to get through.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you
I think I'll give it I think I'll give it an 8. It's not quite awesome, but it is. But you know the colors are well done.
Amy.
I would give it an 8 too, just because the concept is so bizarre. I feel like it's not described well, but it's funny. So
all righty. Eric, what do you say?
My first impression was, how did they end up in Jillian Holroyd's Curious Shop? And 10 points to anybody that gets that reference. Unfortunately, there's not. Other than that, I mean, it's so bizarre looking. I'm going to give it a 9. I can't go 10, but it's just it's striking. So it works for me.
All right. LK.
Well, first off, I want to just ask Amy and Melissa, do you guys know what the origin of the land shark is?
No.
Saturday Night Live, right?
Yes. Yep. I was curious. I mean, I didn't even see it live as a kid. I had to catch it in the Saturday Night Live repeats.
I did.
Okay, it's for you then. Funny ending for Skip, ma'am.
No, you're that land shark that everybody's been hearing about.
So those are actual videos then? Like,
is Lizzo the land whale? Sorry.
Oh yeah, it's a whole skit.
Oh, fun! That might be worth looking up.
In the glory days of Saturday Night Live, yeah. But back to this cover. Yeah, a little more detail. I'm gonna go 8. I think it's too wordy. That's why it gets an 8.
Okay, RDB.
Wow, it's just such a kooky little thing.
I know, right?
This seems more like a Riddler trap. I'm gonna go with 8 though.
All right, I'm gonna agree with you there, RDB, and because this looks like the kind of trap that would be on the '66 TV show.
Yep.
And this is like in the 1950s, so this is way ahead of its time. All right. Let's see. The chat is saying this is a 6. It's okay. That's all I can really say, says Austin. Why are you being held against your will? Blink twice if you're in danger. All righty. Let's see. Next up. The villain is lying, says Rhaegar, giving it a 7. And 7 from Dark Admiral and Joe, and a 6 from Ethereal Dragon. 1, 2, 3. Interweb says, I'd say 6. Better than the circus covers, but not that compelling. All righty. Next up, Brian Stam, take a bowling pin door. Number 7. I think that's a... Oh, wait, that is a bowling pin. Or is it high school paddle, or is it a bottle of alcohol? Alrighty, that was a 7. And we have Ice Tops 9. This one's hilarious. Alrighty, and let's see. That first one on the left looks like a frat paddle. I'll go 8. Alrighty, let's see. 5. Meh, says one slick dude. And then I didn't know the origin of land shark, says Rhaegar. Detective Comics 238 says Maranya variation on the lady or the tiger door. Dilemma. Also, doorway with electric beams. Batman and Robin should be larger. Concept intriguing. Score a Monty Hall 8. All right. Then we've got knock Candy Graham. Isn't Jillian Horrod one of those famous thrift shop channels?
You were my only shot at getting that reference, by the way.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No idea.
Bell Book and Candle.
I haven't seen it in forever and a day, to tell you the truth.
Bell Book and Candle?
Yeah, it's a classic movie.
Oh.
I haven't seen it in
Stewart, I believe.
forever. Black
Correct.
Spiders gives it a 5, and I'm partial to the 60s, 70s kind of covers. Most of the 50s ones just don't appeal unless they're really funny. Well, hopefully there'll be some really funny ones. And Black Spiders says 5. All righty, so we have 2 5s taking out those 2 9s, 3 6s, working hard to fight against those 7 8s. It's going to need those 4 7s. And they wipe out the 8s. And once again, the 7 is left. All righty, here we go. And that was Melissa. So next up is my turn. All righty. And we have at number 6 for tonight, Batman number 105. Hey, Austin, you remember when you mentioned something about hilarious covers? Well, here we feature the Challenge of the Batwomen. Look, Batman and Robin, and there's Batwoman. We're trapped. The honest, seriously, they were going to do the Trojan horse bit. This is awesome. Plus, it's got Batwoman. Batwoman, give it, and Batgirl definitely in the 1950s, 60s, give me an extra point or 2. But I dig on this. Who pushed it? Who brought the Trojan horse into wherever they are? This is a ridiculously stupid cover. I dig it. I love this. This is a 9. All righty, Amy, what do you say?
Oh, this is cool. Batwoman's got a motorcycle and everything.
Yep.
It looks very good on it. It's well drawn and the color is very exciting.
Love her handbag. But how did they think this was going to work? I mean,
No idea.
where in Gotham can you sneak in like this and everybody's like, yeah, that's normal.
How are you going to sneak out of it if you're
Right?
going off to the side and not under between the legs and out?
I mean, he jumped out of the side, and I'm kind of like, he's going to knock himself out by the time he hits the ground.
Oh,
Batman
he lands on the ground. His legs are broken.
I was gonna say all their legs are broken. There's not even a rope ladder.
Yep.
Yeah, nope. And they're holding a gun, so they're just going to jump out. And no, that's not a great plan for them. But I do really like this. This is fun. You know what? I'm going to give it a 10.
All righty, we got a 10 from Amy. Eric.
Did Melissa give hers?
Oh, I grab Melissa after RDV.
Oh,
See, I got it planned out. That way they can do it individually.
I see.
Amy, Eric. Okay, RDV. Yeah, they go.
okay. Yeah, Robin's thinking should have brought the tank.
Yep. That'd pretty awesome. Oh, this thing could fight the dragon.
Yeah,
Well,
but it
what-
would.
A lot better than a little tiny motorcycle, but it's still a 10.
All righty. And LK.
9.
All righty. RDV.
I feel like Robin's feeling like, oh, he's gonna land on top of me. Shit.
Jeepers, Batman! I'm about to be crushed by this guy's nutsack.
Ain't the first time had to happen.
One bedroom, giant mansion. Oh,
Like the coolest person on this whole entire page is Batwoman.
Is Batwoman? Yeah, she's the one that's coming off better.
Yeah, featuring the challenge of the Batman, and Batman and just Robin just look like, and even the villains, they all look like idiots. And since 2024, no, I'll give it a 9.
All right.
Batwoman's cool.
And Melissa.
Okay. Well, this is probably one of the most fun covers. I first blush, I just looked at the Trojan horse and thought, cool. And there's later a motorcycle, but I kind of noticed what was going on. It's like, okay, this is a bit of a stretch. I guess she's gonna go run and get an ambulance after these guys, twist their ankles falling out of that giant horse.
What was the plan?
What was the plan? The plan, guys. Okay, I'm trying to decide. It's easily a 9, just from how cool Batwoman looks. She looks great. The colors and everything else is fine, but I'm not sure if I go 9 or 10.
Well, take a
I'll go
step.
10.
You'll go.
Okay, Harry.
All righty.
No one's gonna go to jail.
And I started soft, so let's go to the chat. Now this more like, says Austin. It gets a 7. All righty, and then we have a 10 from Dark Admiral. And next up, an 8 from Ethereal and a 10 from Ice Tots. All righty. And next up, I'm a sucker for history. Give it an 8, says Interweb. Rhaegar saying 9 because history reference. And then we've got a 9 from Joe and an 8 from Brian Stam. So we have 2 8s and 2 9s.
And these numbers are dropping just like that guy.
Let's see. MK says, cool. I like Batwoman's outfit. The bad guys coming out of the Trojan horse looks funny. Also, is the Trojan horse made out of latex?
It's shiny.
Are you unfamiliar with latex? Let's see. What did you score it, by the way, there, MK? Wow, the panel went really dark with this cover. Why a Trojan horse with no background? There is no context, says One Slick. Give it a 7. The Silver Age Batmans, I think, are breaking One Slick. I'll go 9, by the way, MK says. Batman 105, Trojan horse, the Silver Age silliness. They introduced Batwoman as a love interest for Batman. Well rendered, even with improbability. Scored a Trojan 10.
I'm just going to say this.
Austin, in the context of the Greek story, the Greeks offered it as a ceasefire gift with soldiers hidden inside to unlock the inner gates at night while they were drunk, thinking they won the war. And Black Spiders gives this a 6. And that is the...
and the great thing is that no one will be able to impersonate MK ever in the chat.
That is true. Yeah.
So you never know what he's gonna say.
Yeah. Makes me think of WKRP in Cincinnati. They're hitting the ground like bags of wet tomato. Yeah. Oh my God, they're turkeys. Okay, so we you know what? We should do a watch party of that this year. Now we have 1-6 knocking out one of those 6 10s, 2 7s, 3 8s taking out the rest, and that leaves 6 9s. We have a 9. I think this is our first 9 of the evening. So where to go? Here to go. All righty. Oh no, second 9. All righty, and this makes it Amy's turn. Oh, before we do that, let's take a little break.
Okay.
And let's
now for our sponsors at Ko-Fi.
Yes. I'll talk about our sponsor. Nobody.
Ko-Fi.
Actually,
Ko-Fi's
you
the
guys.
sponsor.
You guys are the sponsors here. So please, by all means, go on over to Ko-Fi, drop $1 in the tip jar, or join us every Saturday night at the auction. That being said, it is very appreciated. I think this will mark the end of season 5. So
Get the whole collection on DVD.
yes, by all means. Actually, I was thinking when we're at 100 episodes, I think this also marks 65 or the 65th episode that we've done. Yes, guys, we've done this 65 times before. If I think I'm going to do a countdown from the favorites.
The top 100. Yeah.
We need some topics. We need some covers. We need some ideas here of what to do. What to do. What to
one
do.
last night too. Oh.
Say again.
Give you a perfect one last night after the poll. I can't remember what it was.
I'm thinking Incredible Hulk.
That could be fun.
I know we have an Iron Man coming up sometime, right?
Right.
Wednesday is Iron Man.
Okay.
Gonna start with the Silver Age Incredible Hulk. I don't know if I'll do the Tales to Astonish, Tales to Suspense, but go from the original run to 102. I think that would be, yeah. Who else has something? What about Golden Age Batman? Have you done that? Yes, we have. We've got Zorro comics.
Is there covers with food on them? Rickles Maki edition.
Yeah.
God.
Bum, bum, bum. I could just take from the chat because we're getting some. We're getting some pretty.
Yeah, let's chat picks tonight.
I'll tell you what they pick. We vote. All right. We've got. I'll even erase if you guys come up with 4 good ones. I'll erase my idea for Incredible Hulk Silver Age. We've got Zorro right now. We've got Golden Age Batman right now. We've got a Bronze Age Spider-Man. So granted, Golden Age Batman got pretty wacky around 41. What about Twilight Zone covers? How about 70s Justice League? We've got 5 interesting ones here. Does anything appeal? Because right away, I'm Zorro or Twilight Zone. Those are appealing to me.
I'm Twilight Zone.
2 votes for Twilight Zone.
Someone put up Golden Age Batman. I think we already did that.
Yeah, we did that.
Yeah. So one of the very first ones in.
Yeah, we've got 2 votes or 2 agreements with Twilight Zone. So Twilight Zone.
Ooh. How about covers that don't feature the superhero?
So that would be like Twilight Zone or Zorro, right?
No, I think he's talking about like Batman covers without Batman. We got Bob Hope or Grimm's. Yeah. We got another chat vote for Zorro. Okay, it's in. Anything else anybody wants to back up?
I think Zorro sounds like that could be neat. Although Twilight Zone is also neat.
Oh, I've got Twilight Zone. Grim Ghost Stories, says Dark Admiral.
Did we do monkeys?
Oh, I would like, I know Twilight Zone kind of skirts it, but I want to save the horror for October. Okay, and there's no fucking way anybody's taking away from monkeys, so we're putting that one in. All right. But yeah, we'll do the ghost stories for Halloween. Are we going to do Classic Illustrated if it hasn't been suggested? It was suggested, but I don't think it won.
It was one of the
Classics Illustrated could be fun.
All righty, and we've got our 4. So let's see what won last night. I did put it in the.
It was.
I did put it down. I made a folder for it, so I can look it up right here. What? It was the Marvel family.
Yeah.
You had Wiz Comics. You had Marvel Family.
Yeah.
You had...
So okay, here we go. We got it, and boom, start the poll, and.
Carl Barks would have been great too.
Oh, Carl Barks would have been absolutely wonderful too. And yeah, you won't get blocked if you vote for the monkeys. Just I don't want to influence anything, but yeah, it's everybody go vote your heart, vote monkeys. Yes.
Your heart is monkeys.
Yeah, I'm kind of giving up what I'm making it publicly known what I'm going to be voting for.
Brady Bunch? No.
So I've been waiting for AMC to send me an announcement on when Rear Window is going to be in theaters, because they were at my theater. They were announcing Rear Window is going to be in theaters. And it's 7:30. I got a notification that it started at 7 o'clock tonight, and it's the only night.
Well.
So very disappointing. Very disappointing.
They don't list it on their website?
No, it wasn't. I'm there every day now to make reservations for me and Gail. All righty, so the poll is up. Everything's ready to go. Let's get back to the cover rankings, and it is Amy's turn to lead us off.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. What is this? Well, we have a background, and we've got some interesting kind of a painting technique here.
Wait, fail safe.
I know, right?
Zdarsky stole an idea.
Who will win when Batman battles himself?
Well, Batman, clearly.
Well, yeah. Batman's robot twin.
Robot.
I feel like if he tries to punch him, he's not going to do very well. But I also feel like that guy's not going to move too fast.
Oh, man. It's so funny. This looks kind of campy, but the Batman versus Robot Batman story in Batman the Animated Series was heartbreaking.
Yeah. Oh, gosh, that one was.
Hardak? Or Hardak?
Yeah.
Or Hardak? Harbeck? I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah. I don't know. It's campy, but it's fun, and I like the colors, and I think this is a real background we've kind of gotten here. So I guess we're in the Batcave, and yeah, this is cool. I think I'll give this a 10.
All right. And Eric.
I had to look this up to make sure this wasn't Russ Heath, but it's Sheldon Moldoff. But it is it's striking. There's something about it. The Batmans don't look that impressive, and Robin looks like that first issue from Megan Fitzmartin when Bernard has just snuck up on him.
Yeah. This is better, by the way.
And none of that matters. This is a 10.
Yeah.
All righty. How about you, LK?
It's got a real painted cover look to it, which is interesting. I'll go 9.
It looks like a fairy tale book.
RDB.
Robin just came out of that giant honeycomb. That's what it looks like with that shading. No, this is a million times better than the Chip Zdarsky failsafe comic. I like this. This is cool. But I want to know, why did he build them? I need to know. So it's a 10. I need to know, why did he build them? Just to build them?
True.
All right, Melissa, what says you?
Well, I think it's probably one of the most complex covers we've seen today. with the use of the lighting and the shading, and it's an interesting dilemma. Yeah, I think 10.
Alrighty, I'm gonna agree with you there, Melissa. This is a 10 cover. And the painted look, it reminds me of a series of Batman cards that came out as Batman 66 cards, and they were all painted.
Yeah.
As you said, the lighting is incredible on this. As you got the yellow shining on, you got the yellow shining on Robin. As if you look, the shadows are reacting to that light as well. The brown walls with the pink floor. Why he made it pink, I have no idea, but it does work color wise. And then you look at the shading on Batman's face versus the shading on the robot Batman. And you see as the cape is flying out, one side is actually lighter than the other. This is a very well rendered comic. This is a very well drawn and mostly, as I said, painted comic, including of all the books that didn't have background. This not only has the stalactite in front, but you can actually see a darker shade behind it there. This is an incredible cover. This is absolutely 10 worthy. All right, let me get to the chat. And Rhaegar, is that the right chat? Did Rhaegar actually give this a 5? Really? Well,
Apparently so.
he's only got the 7 senses. No, nobody. Okay. All righty. Rhaegar gives this a 5, and then we have 7 from Black Spiders. This is what Failsafe is a ripoff of, says Bad Comics. Interweb Dude says 7, and so does Steven Spock. Hello to Steven Spock, and that is 3 7s.
Well, Interweb just changed his to 9.
All righty. I won't mark down his 7 then. Dark Admiral says 10, and Ice Top says 8. And let's see. MK says 9 for this one. And Brian Stam says 7. Bad Comic Reviews a 10. 10.
Actually, the more I look at his background, it reminds me of Ren and Stimpy.
Let's see. 8. Intriguing says va 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 boom. Austin says 5. I don't like how flat they look. Let's see. 8, 5, and 7 from Joe. 5, 7, and 8. This almost looks like a Steve Rude cover, says Black Spider. Maranya says Detective 239, Batman vs. Robot Batman. It's a classic Silver Age silliness. Just enough detail to indicate the Batcave Robin watching from the sidelines score a dynamic duo. 10. Let's see. I just want my gut reaction to the score. I am not feeling it. You rank it how you feel it. I got to change mine if I can to a 9. The longer I see it, the more I like it, says Into Web. 8 from Ethereal. Okay, and welcome to the newcomer, says Ethereal Dragon. And hello to Steve from Maranya. The story was adapted for the animated series, says Jose. Cool.
I gotta ask, do you still have those cards?
I do not, sir. No, I sold my stuff long ago.
And did they come with trading gum, like the trading card gum?
No, back then they were just they would sell them like you could just buy the whole set. And I just bought the whole set. I mean, you could buy boxes also.
You should go look at eBay and see what those are going for.
No, I shouldn't. I really shouldn't. I don't need to. Oh, yeah, Jose, I got your score. Yep. Did I not call it out?
You said
Jose said 8. Actually, 8. Best part of the cover is the Batcave says 1 slick. I missed 2 scores that. Okay, so we got 2 more 8s. All righty, and this is what we got. 2 5s knocking out 2 of those 8 10s. And then we've got 4 7s trying to knock down the 2 more. So there's 2 10s left, but we got 5 8s taking out those and the 9s, and this is an 8.
I would laugh. I know this is too old for the Justice League, but I would laugh if you I don't want to deal with the Justice League, so he creates his own robot twin to deal with them.
This is sad. This should have been higher, but you know what? That's what makes horse racing. Okay, let's go. That was Amy, and the next one is Eric. And Eric, you got the tech. Oh, nope, you got Batman, and this is Batman 106.
Okay, what?
Oh, wow.
I wish we knew where you're actually placing these thumbnails. We can never see them. It's a mystery till we go.
This. I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot. I'm giving this a 10.
All right. How about you, LK?
Artist represent.
Yeah, there's actually some decent levels of detail in here, and it's definitely an interesting cover that makes you go, let me pick this up. I'm curious what's going on here. Who's controlling Batman here? So yeah, I'll go 10.
All righty. RDB.
I never would have thought they would be predicting that Ben Affleck would be Batman. Look at that.
I know, right?
Like they had, like they just knew it. It's foretold. There you go, Snyder fans. Just add that to your arsenal of reasons why Ben Affleck should still be Batman. But yeah, is that almost that news reporter is the one that looks like it's a Superman in a pink suit? I like
so
this.
What would you score?
Cool. This is a 10, man. I like this.
Okay. All righty, Melissa.
That's a very creative angle. Someone forcing you to paint your secrets. Well, I feel like they're getting better at doing the background, respecting backgrounds. It doesn't the environment doesn't feel quite so skewed. You can see that like there's like a kind of a high walls. You can see a glass ceiling, so that's a nice detail. And everyone feels like they're standing in a real 3-dimensional space. That's not easy to do, so that's definitely improvement. Yeah, I think I'll go with a 9.
All right. And Amy.
Oh, come on. It's Batman and he's painting. That's amazing. It's a 10.
Okay. I got to agree with everything that's been said, especially the holy crap, that really does look like he's drawing Ben Affleck. Yeah, there's great detail to it. The colors work. The yellow walls aren't annoying. They make everything pop. Batman and Robin look pretty good for this day. I know a lot of people don't like the Batman SquarePants look, but it's still pretty cool. Not this is a 10. It's very it also tells a story. So
is no one going to bring up just how patient this mysterious force is? Because it'd be a lot easier just to have him take off his mask.
Yeah, but no, he wants the artist. Silly age silliness, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Jose says 8. Bad Comic says Mr. Bean did this better, but gives it an 8 as well. And then we've got a 10 from Ice Top saying it's a fun cover, and Dark Admiral saying 9. It's well done. So we've got 2 8s, 9, 10. All righty, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Next up, we have Joe saying 8. Interweb saying this is fun. I'll go 8. And then Steven Spock says 9. Rhaegar says 10. So we have. What do we have? Where did it go? Okay, I forgot where I started. Joe, right? So we have 2 8s, a 9, and a 10. Alrighty. 2 8s, a 9, and a 10. And then we got, sorry to the fans, but I like Silver Age Batman art way more than Silver Age Legion of Superheroes. You shut your horror mouth. No, I'm just kidding. Everybody has their opinions, man.
Wait, did you say horror?
I had to force myself to say it the way normal people say it, but yes, because the proper way of saying horror is horror. All righty, let's.
I thought it was her.
I want you to kill the golfers.
I think it's a little against the law if I go around more. I said golfers. Austin says this is a 6, and Brian says 10. Gordon in the foreground and sounds intriguing. Alrighty, let's see, a 6 and a 10. We got 1 6 and 1 10. That's just proof Ben was perfect casting. 10, cool concept, well rendered color, compliments well, says 1 slick, but Maranya says Batman 106. The detail of the background plus the rendering of Batman painting his self-portrait is on point. Score a puppet 10. Alrighty, so 2 10s. 1 and 2. Ethereal says 8, and MK says 10. Alrighty. Next up, Black Spider says 7. Apparently, David Mazuki, Cary Grant is a model for Batman Bruce Wayne's face. I wonder if he did that on knowledge of Finger's design or just his own choice. Okay, do we have, nope, there we go. Okay, let's get the stop on this one. And what we got here is 1 6, 1 7, 5 8s, and 3 9s. That's 10. Working against 11 10s. Ladies and gentlemen, our second 10 of the night.
Huzzah!
Huzzah! There we go. All righty. And that was Eric, right? And this will be LK. You get Detective Comics 240.
All right. The Outlaw Batman. Now, we've had so this was the first one with a Batman or Superman in a chair in front of a court. Just because I know that they've gone back to this well, they went back to this well a lot of times.
I know there's a Silver Age, but I think it's later of Superman with a little girl. He's sitting on the chair.
That's Action Comics 360 something.
Yeah. Well, there's that, but there's also one I think too. Wasn't there World's Finest where like Batman's accusing Superman or vice versa?
Maybe.
Anyways, let's see. Well, this just goes to show why lie detectors aren't allowed in court. They're unreliable evidence. So this is a perfect comic book for that. Yeah, you've got some pretty good detail, although characters in the background, I mean, Robin almost looks like he's just stuck on there after the fact. It's like a mock-up compared to the other one. So I'm going to go 9.
Alrighty. And how about you, RDB?
Wow. Is that Batman or Ted Grant? The face. All he's missing is whiskers on that jaw. I mean, I like the doohickeys on. It really looks like it's the 60s cartoon with that little machine he's got on there. Lie detector. Robin's having a spasm or some sort. Then that bailiff behind him is just like falling asleep, standing up. It's kind of weird. I'll give it an 8.
An 8?
It would have been better. He's like, how do you get my mom's pearls?
All right. How about you, Melissa?
Again, the environments are getting a lot more complex. I like the dynamic window in the background. I see the machine that truth detector is pretty impressively drawn. Like flag. I don't know if it quite screams awesome, but it's definitely an improvement in quality. So at least 8. Yeah, definitely an 8.
All right. And Amy.
Hey. It's an interesting layout. They've got the characters that are kind of having the conversation in the foreground. They've got the characters that are framing everything in the background. The shadow of the window cast there makes kind of a dynamic counter shape to the other elements that are in it. It's got a lot of interesting stuff going on graphically. That attorney guy has kind of an impossible mustache, so I feel like he's probably wearing a disguise. I don't know. It's interesting. I would say that I like it. I would say this is an 8.
An 8. All righty. And then we have Eric. The FB.
I think. Look at what you have going here. Batman taking a lie detector test. Robin being inappropriately touched by a bailiff. Judge up there just not what? Tell me when I'm telling lies.
He's being restrained.
Is that what you're going with? I don't know. I gotta agree with Maranya. I think this is a 10. It's
how is he being restrained? The guy is like a good few feet away from him, and his arms are clear down to his size.
We don't know
holding
that.
on to his briefs?
Could be.
I guess it's a brief restraint.
LK was the one that started us up. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, and alrighty. That would be my turn. Great backgrounds. Is that Kurt Swan in the back? As the judge. I don't know.
No.
I agree with what LK says about Robin, though. It's like they drew this excellent cover, and somebody said, "Well, we got to put Robin on there." And they're like, "Okay, boom." And they got one of those like one of those old stickery things that are kind of puffy and put them on the cover.
You mean like the Frank Cho covers where he says "outrage"?
Yeah. Otherwise, everything else is pretty dang awesome. I'm gonna give it a 9.
If that were modeled off of anybody at DC at the time, it'd be closer to Julius Schwartz.
You know, yes, you're right.
I'm guessing Batman's a witness at this point, because if he were being accused of something, he wouldn't be on the stand answering a prosecutor.
Let's take it to the chat. And Jose says 8, MK says 9, and Steven Spock says 10. Austin says 5. Every party has a pooper. That's why we invited you, Austin. I'm a Father of the Bride fan. They sing that song in that. So it's 8, 9, and 10, and a 5. Okay, and then we have 8, 9, and 10. And yes, me and my wife quote that all the time and do that. Dark Admiral says 9. The lie detector was invented by the guy who created Wonder Woman. Alrighty, and that is a true fact. 9 from Dark Admiral, 9 from Bad Comics, a 9 from Ice Tops, and a 9 from Brian Stam saying Bat's noses looks like Tyson smacked him. Still a 9. All right, so that's 4 9s. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All righty. Okay, boss, your nose is falling off. Let's see. Points for whomever knows that one. And I think the only person would be RDV. Joe says 7. Black Spider says 7. All right. That mustache on the guy on the bottom left looks like an afterthought. Also, LK. That's why I think Amy had the right idea. He's the bad guy. He's in disguise.
Yep.
Detective Comics number 240. Great detail that sets the scene. Why is the lie detector being wrong for Batman telling the truth? Curiosity sells book. I cannot lie. This is a 10 for sure. Now, Comic Frog. I don't know why you decided to put this in here, but I gotta thank you. I gotta thank you very much for shilling. At the same time, I feel you're kind of insulting me here, sir.
An insult would say you have a good singing voice. That'd be an insult.
Right, because of what? Because of it would be lying to me.
I am Batman, and I am not lying.
Okay, so what he's saying, by the way, is that you guys should donate all your monies to Eglinton, going over to Ko-Fi. Links in the description, and he just put it right here. Either that or I will sing. I say we start now. When criminals in this world appear and break the laws that they should fear and frighten all that those who hear, the cry goes up both far and near for underdog. Everybody, not just me, underdog, speed of lightning, roar of thunder, fighting all who rob or plunder.
Hey, crap, he got $100 and then
really? Nobody bid? No.
Underdog's got a really dynamic theme song.
That's impressive.
Anyway, okay, you know what?
Underdog's right, but
I do this for you,
more popular guy.
for the super chats, and none of y'all take up on the offer.
That was the whole point, Austin. I said donate or he will sing.
Yeah, if y'all aren't careful,
how'd that work out for you, Vic?
All righty.
Well,
okay, so Rhaegar said, I would also like to point out that Robin would not be behind Batman on the witness stand. It's against protocol of good TV court etiquette, giving it an 8. One Slick Dude says 8. Some of the character aspects could have been drawn better. And Ethereal said 8, so we got 3 8s.
Well, Eric, I'm just going to say this.
How many people did I lose, by the way?
Well, how many people did not pay? Is if they didn't donate, right? Then it means that, well, they enjoy your singing. So
I will warn you that there are other verses to the Underdog theme song. How old is Robin supposed to be here, says Jose, giving it a 10. And Rhaegar says also 10 to 10 on Amy Lester for noticing that mustache. It looks as fake as Henry Cavill's mustache in Justice League. Okay, so we got another 10. Let's see. This is yet another example of Breen using to convince us that Wortham was right. There you go. The bailiff is holding on to Robin's legal briefs. Okay. His singing name is Strangling Teen because he sings. It sounds like he's getting strangled. Can I pay that? Yes, Austin. That's the whole point. I'm not saying you're a bad singer. I'm just saying that having this stream on when the Martian's in favor probably saved my life. All right, great reference to a. I'm going to say great movie because he made it as a bad movie, and it worked. All righty. I would pay, but I already spent $80 yesterday. That's awesome. Okay, since nobody did leave a chat, I guess we have to say, when in this world, the headlines read, I forgot, of those whose hearts are filled with greed, who rob and steal from those who need. I forgot it. All right. I used to know it. Okay, so let's we got the stop as LK's begging for us to move on. Let's see what we got. We got 1-5 knocking out one of those 4 10s, 2 7s working together with it. Now only 1 10 left. 7 8s knocks out one of those 10s and 6 of the 7 9s. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a 9. All righty. Moving on. Okay, kids, also in the chat, what is your favorite cartoon theme song? Has to be cartoon and has to have words. Let's go with that one, too. While we're doing that, I do believe next up is RDB.
So is there a different ranking between favorite theme song and most likely to get stuck in your head?
Is there a difference? Yeah, whichever one is it.
Oh my goodness.
They don't know I'm really Robin. Well, maybe it's the tights that gave it away.
Robin?
It's Batman and that fellow who's taken Robin's place, Owlman.
Oh, there was an Owlman before Owlman.
What a hoot. The strange experiment brings about amazing change. And the grown-up boy, he grows up to be Owlman?
That's like Nightwing, right?
No, that's evil Batman from the
Crime Syndicate.
I did not know that.
Or Watchmen. This is weird. But I do like the skyline background above the bridge. You can see the city, or you can see a random bunch of blocks with the sun. I like the detail in the truck, everything like that too. But what is that a cargo truck or what the heck are they
it's a little bit like a box truck, but not quite. I mean,
it's a wide box truck. Holy crap.
It's got something tethered onto the back of it.
I don't know.
All right.
I'm going to give it a 6.
Okay, we got a 6 from RDV.
It's a little dark. I can't see it.
Melissa.
Okay. That's like a truck hauling hay or something. Oh, anyway,
there's a tarp over something. Although it looks like a tarp over another tarp, but it's kind of tied down.
Looks like Robin's being bigger. He must have some kind of growth spurt, and he's also an owl. That's cool.
Who?
Nice, a nice environment. The bridge is impressive. The city in the background.
Mhm.
Definitely getting a lot more appealing.
So what do you give this, Melissa?
Okay, I give it an 8.
All righty. How about you, Amy?
It's pretty cool. I have to give them points. They're really starting to bring their environmental and perspective a bit more into alignment. Like they've got a worm's eye view here and everything. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, go on ahead. What do you score?
And they're doing a lot better job kind of keeping the idea of their perspective in there, or at least their point of view. It's not perfectly rendered by any stretch of the imagination. Oh, that blue bubble is the other side of the bridge. So it's a very narrow
It's
bridge.
like
Okay,
it's
I can
a
kinda
bridge
see that
with a
now.
street on it.
Yeah. So, just to give them props for, increasing their technical draftsmanship game there, I'm going to give this a 9.
Okay, we got a 9 from Amy. Eric, what do you say?
Well, I had to deduct a point because the truck is blocking a view of our host on the job.
Okay. Oh.
Well, it must have been one of those time release jokes.
It took me a little bit to. Yes, I am behind the truck. This is way back when I was actually working and not in management. I manage bridges. I manage it now. I don't work them. I've got. Some people call it pimp. I don't like that word. I am under the bridge management.
But that's it's so weird. It works. So I'm going to go 9.
All righty, we got a 9 from Eric. And how about you, LK?
Yeah, with all the detail, I'll go 9.
All right.
And my answer for best cartoon song, hands down, is Scooby-Doo.
Exactly.
Where are you? Yeah, that is a great one.
We were talking about the other day because Simple Plan did a cover.
Come on, Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, there was actually a CD that came out in the 90s where a lot of people just took the Hanna-Barbera, the Warner Brothers stuff.
Saturday Morning's Greatest Hits is what it's called. And it's a bunch of alternative and punk rockers doing covers to all those themes. One of the reasons why I love Scooby-Doo is because Matthew Sweet did the cover for Scooby-Doo. The Ramones did Spider-Man. Gosh, I'm trying to think who else. I think did Hong Kong Phooey. And
I have banana splits on many of a mixed CD. I love that version of it. It's just amazing. Yeah, it's kind of funny bringing this up, especially in the middle of something where we're doing something else. The other day, I think you relied on me to know something, Eric. I think you're the only one that's going to get this. In the Flintstones, there was an episode where Bam Bam and Pebbles was able to sing, and they actually did a song, and it got stuck in my head the other day, and out of nowhere too. So let the sun shine in, let it with a grin, open up your heart.
And that's on the CD too.
And I will tell you what, it was there all day. I don't know where it came from, because usually I'll say something and like I said, well, that was way out, way out, way out. That's where the fun is, way out. And it'll just get in my head because that's Flintstones too.
I told you I had a CD from some 90s band that covered the Way Out song.
Yeah, that's probably the same one.
It wasn't the thing LK is talking about.
Oh, okay. I'm going to bump one up. I'm going to go 10 on this because I know I'm behind the truck. All right, let's go to the chat. And they're saying, Jose is saying 7. All righty. Let's see what we got here. It is One Slick. Oh, One Slick. Hong Kong Phooey, #1 super guy. Hong Kong Phooey's quicker than human eye. Let's see. Was it? Didn't he rhyme style with style? Like he's got style, a super style, or something like that. The theme for G.I. Joe, the real American. 9 from Bad Comic, 9 from Steven Spot. All right, let me get 2 9s up there. And we've got Owlman, looks like a drag queen superhero, says 10. Yeah, he's on his way to the library. Let's see. Court of Owls confirmed, says Joe. Owlman scared a lot of people in UK in the late 70s. Mothman scared a lot of people. Where was it? Michigan? Let's see. Joe said 7. Dark Admiral said 8. And a toss-up between Thundercats. Thundercats has words? 7 and 8.
It's pretty much Thundercats. Thundercats.
Oh, okay. So it's a little technicality there. Okay, I gotcha.
Thundercats.
8 from Ice Tops and 6 from Austin. Probably one of the more dynamic one of these. Not a huge fan of Owlman's costumes, though, says Austin. All righty. And we have favorite theme song for a cartoon is the Moomins. It's a show based on the comics by Tove Jansson. She's from Finland, and I'm Finnish, so it's special to me. They have a few episodes on YouTube for free, says Interweb. Okay, cool. It's from there, Kennedy. Okay, let's see. 7 seems action-packed. I dig it, says Interweb, dude. Alrighty. Next up, we've got Bird Brain cover, says One Slick, giving it a 7. And then a 6 from Ethereal Dragon. And also, I'd say my favorite intro is the first One Piece opening. Okay, dope, guys. 8, great background and detail. It would be higher, but if Owlman is really Robin, he's grown. I agree. He looks a little bit aged. Maranya says, Batman 107, totally improbable cover. Ergo, it's perfect Silver Age silliness. Robin keeping the bird theme with Owlman. Well rendered overall, score a hoot of a 10. Alrighty then. Cartoon song, Spider-Man. I like Michael Bublé's version of that. Maranya says, tie between Underdog and Grant Ray Spider-Man for great cartoon themes. The one that gets stuck into my head is that, but it does have words in it. From the Spider-Man and Friends. Yes, he manages bridges. No, the people underneath them. Yes. Earworm cartoon theme is Fantastic Four. Reed Richards is Elastic. Sue can fade from sight. Yeah, the original 60s ones. The Ramones covered Spider-Man's theme song. Absolutely love it, says Dark Hair. I'm a Zoomer, so I grew up with the Lego Ninjago theme. It's cheesy as crap, but dang, I love it. Great fun, as usual, calling it a night. Have a going, Brian. I guess we're kind of going a little late, but not very much. We've only got 2 more covers. Mothman was West Virginia, Dark Admiral is correcting. Michael Bublé. And you're wrong, Thundercats have a full song. Feel the thunder, feel the roar. Thundercats roar, thunder, 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 Thundercats. Speed Racer. Go Speed Racer. Yeah, that's it. But Ghostbusters wins, the real Ghostbusters. All righty, cool. All right, for what we got here, let's get a stop on this. We've got 3. What is that? 6 is taken out, 3 10s. Whoa, okay, this cover's coming down quick. 4 7s, working on 5 9s, 3 8s still remain, or 2 8s still remain after they take down the last 9. And this ends up in the 8 column. All righty, it is your turn there, RDV, to start us off.
I'm awake.
And you have, I used this as a thumbnail for this one and for the comic books were better in the 1950s. Here we go.
Why are they so colorful?
But Batman, last night you wore the green costume and tonight you're wearing the red. Why? I must, Robin. I must wear a different colored costume each night.
Red hides the blood. The Rainbow Batman.
No, it looks more pink than red, but
I know.
The belt's still always yellow.
Yeah, I guess. He's got a lot of utility belts. Oh.
The
Yeah,
Rainbow Batman. One day you'll find it. The Rainbow Batman.
Maybe they're all like the emotional spectrum. They channel a specific rage, like red is rage. So he's gonna have rage tonight, and he's just.
And when he wears all of them, he has the urge to go to a library and read to kids.
Although the mannequins just show the shirt and the cape and cowl. So does he? What?
Not
No,
yeah,
I
not
guess
pants. There's no
Like
pants.
I said, when he goes to the library, he doesn't wear pants.
You have
Just
to
like other
wear
drags.
pants at the library. I'm sure
This-
they throw them out.
This is a 9.
All
I
right.
can't go 10 with this.
How about you, Melissa?
I've actually seen this cover before. It was written in some other. I was like, this is
I know, right?
Can we get this in live
Like
action?
pizza?
The Rainbow Man. Well, I mean, the I guess in the Batcave, the perspective and the environment isn't impressive as others I've seen previously. It's an interesting. I was like, why is he doing this? It seems like is he like, I guess unless he's being blackmailed or something by someone. It just seems a very strange story.
If I recall,
Um,
he's fighting against a villain who had a power over prism or colors on that.
Okay, so he has
I can't remember.
to
Don't quote
kind
me
of
on
like,
it, though.
if he's fighting the Green Lantern, he'd wear yellow, that kind of thing.
Right.
Okay, that makes sense. It is kind of an interesting setup. I think I'll give it an 8.
Now I want this in a cosplay.
Alright.
I want someone to wear every single color of these and have them like all in a lineup.
Amy.
You know what? I have to say it's goofy and I like it. I'm gonna give it a 9.
Alrighty.
Or you
And,
watch it with the wrong color.
Eric. Can you imagine he just throws them all into the wash at the same time and it comes out tie-dyed?
And then Jerry Garcia's Batman.
How about you, Eric? What do you think?
Last night you wore the green costume. Tonight you're wearing the red. Why? I must, Robin. I've just come back from the future. It's not pretty.
I'm so pretty.
What are the rules? One of the things when we do these covers is, does it make you want to open up the book and find out what the cover said? And in that regard, this is a 10. I want to know why he's wearing a different color costume every night.
Gotta
All
know.
right. How about you, LK?
See, I'm afraid to find out.
Well, it was the 50s. It's probably not going to be,
No. It's not bad. 7.
All righty. I dig this cover. It's filled with what I call the Silver Age silliness, the no pants on the mannequins, but obviously it's not just the tights, but the drawers as well that's being colored. It's amazingly silly and stupid. The bat signal is on the TV, so are they watching a Batman TV show, or is it just a signal somebody's sending through radio waves or whatever they would call it?
Right.
It's just a joyous little cover. I'm gonna give it an 8 though. All righty. Let's see what the rest are talking about. TMNT is a good contender. Jose says 9. 8 from Joe, 6 from Bad Comic Reviews, and 6 from Rhaegar saying Pride Man. So we got 2 6s, an 8 and a 9. 1, 2, an 8, and a 9. Alrighty then. 7 from Steven Spock, 10 from Ice Tops, 8 from Interweb Dude, 8 from Ethereal Dragon, and 8 from Dark Admiral. So that's 3 8s, a 10, and a 7. Righty, 7, 3 8s, 1, 2, 3, and 10. The pants go in a dresser. He's not a savage. This is an 8, says Austin. I love this so much. It's so ridiculous and actually well drawn this time. Alrighty. It gets an 8. What's
actually a database that says why he's wearing different color costumes.
up? Okay.
Was it the Prism guy or villain or something? Or
That would be kind of cool, but according to this, Robin had saved a girl from like a runaway, like a getaway car or something like that. but he injured his arm in the process. So Batman wore brightly colored costumes, basically to draw the fire away from Robin since he was injured, which I think also kind of leans credit towards the idea that Robin's brightly colored to draw fire.
I want the kaleidoscope villain. That's what I want.
All right, so One Slick says 6. We're not in Gotham anymore, Toto. And then let's see, Detective Comics 241 says, Maranya, why is Batman wearing different color costumes? Curiosity sells the book. Concept is Silver Age silliness, which puts this up to a rainbow 10. All righty. Let's see. There's actually a very serious reason why. 9 from MK as well. Maranya saying this book has comic code seal, so it's definitely not a 2014 reason why Batman's going rainbow. And Rhaegar saying, you put pants in a dresser? All righty. Well, let's drop this and we will see. We've got 3 6s. Taking out those 3 10s. 1 7 working against 4 9s, but thankfully it has the help by 8 8s. And that is what is left standing, ladies and gentlemen. Another 8 for the evening. All righty. And I get this is the last book of the night, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to check out the poll if before you go. If you haven't voted, please do. All righty. So what do we got here, kids? We got the bat signal. That's awesome. Okay, we got some. What? The bat signal. It's on the top.
Yeah, I just looked up to see this, and I'm like, my goodness, what?
The fact that it shows up between the bat and man.
Logo,
where is the light coming from that the shadow is so big on the wall?
I don't know, but that logo kind of looks like a Bazooka Joe comic.
A little bit. Batman Batman Jones is answering the bat signal too. Batman Jones.
Well, the bat here. Yeah.
Hold on just a sec. The Batman Jones is drawn a little bit darker than regular. Is this are they going through nope, there's white people on the sidewalk. I mean, I know Harlem was a little more integrated, but not incredibly so. Great details on the buildings though. Some questions have arisen. Apparently he's got steam coming out of his title. He's either pedaling really, really fast, like super speed, or he's got a motor attached to it. Overall, I kind of dig this. I'm going to give it an 8. What says you, Amy? And Melissa, if y'all both want to.
I like this. This is kind of wacky. I have no idea who Batman Jones is.
Yeah,
but
me neither.
It's still funny looking, and he's got a bike, and that's pretty cool. I mean, yeah, it works for me. I'll give it a 10.
All righty. Eric.
Yeah, I do remember this story. It's clever. There's a lot going on in this cover.
Yeah.
And I think this is a 10.
Okie dokie. All righty. How about you, LK?
Well, I started to be the wet blanket, but I mean, yeah, there's a lot going on, but it's not a lot that's really interesting. This is a 6.
Okay. RDB.
I wonder if he's also got a Basketball Jones. If anyone remembers that song, Basketball Jones.
I do not.
Yeah, that is crazy. At first, I thought he was just on a. No, he is on a bicycle. It's not a motorcycle.
Yep. Not a motorcycle. No.
It's a bicycle.
How slow is their car that he's able to catch up on a bicycle?
I guess it's the traffic. Like they're probably stuck in traffic.
Does Batman get stuck in traffic? I guess he solves that by driving on top of rooftops later on.
Should have taken the tank.
Yeah, right. I do love the silhouette of the cape and all that on the building stuff. But yeah, that light should be behind the logo. That is just so out of place, and it looks so tacky. Oh man,
You couldn't see if it was behind the logo.
This is like if Archie was doing Batman. this
They're probably in Diana's there.
Well, that being said, I'm gonna go 10 because it's just so kooky.
All right, 10. Okay, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Look at-
And Melissa.
Look at Batman's face. He's so tensed up driving. Get in the car.
He doesn't like changing lanes.
He's scared.
Use your bat signal.
10 and 2, Batman.
Oh, that was great. Just for that, I'm giving this a 10. But
All
yeah,
right.
I feel like now, I feel like I'm looking at this like Batman can be a silly, goofy book, and I'm okay with it now. So if this is Batman Jones, like, you know what? This is just fun. I'm gonna let my hair down and have fun figuring out what Batman Jones is up to. It's a 10.
All right.
Also, my favorite cartoon theme song is the German Sailor Moon theme song.
Okay.
Oddly enough, it's
Also,
Zack's
what's
too.
in Scooby Doo?
I've got to I got to say probably Underdog. If you're talking about because I just think the lyrics are cool, and I've always liked the da doom da doom da doom kind of rhythm. Beyond that, gosh, Go Speed Racer. That's from my childhood, man. Yeah.
Pink Panther.
Say again.
Pink Panther.
But yeah, but that's no word. If you're going no words, that's a whole other. You know what? That is a whole other video. We've got. You know what? I'm going to use my ownership powers and the first video of the 6th season. After, of course, we always do a Marvel DC independent for the decade. But after that one, the first one is going to be cartoon theme songs. It's going to be one with and one without words. So we'll separate it. All right. Let's see what the chat says. Jose says 8. All righty.
Where's that with the Tick theme song?
I'm going to get a copyright on that show.
I'll just say the TNT 8 of the 80s is the best cartoon song. Gets you pumped up.
9, silly cover. I like it, says One Slick. If I don't think I get copyright if I don't monetize. So maybe that's the way we're going to have to do it. 8 from Bad Comic Reviews. Alrighty. Let's see. He's a vigilante who based, let's see. This one pulls me in, says Interweb, giving it a 9. So does Steven Spock. Alrighty. 1 and 2.
Transformers is releasing facsimile of the first one.
Batman Jones, the original Leroy Jenkins. 8 from Dark Admiral, 9 from Rhaegar. Okie dokies. 8 and 9. And then we have an Ice Tops 10. Okay. Batman Jones was a vigilante who dressed like Batman. And then we have Ethereal giving it a 9.
Oh, then what was Batman?
And then we have Batman 108, says Maranya. This Batman cover feels like a still from the 1960s animated Batman cartoon. Well rendered. Sells the book. Score a Batman Jones. Ooh, a 10. All right. Joe says 9. Let's see. I'm glad someone got it. Bad Comic Reviews. Let's see. Armstrong, Batman versus Jetson Car, Batman, give it a 10. That was MK. Jose, one thing is certain after the stream, I have a desire to read all these comics. And isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
Do that. Yeah. This is Batman Jones' first and last appearance. Pink Panther theme is absolute classic. Batman, the animated series, should win. It is an excellent song. What did Pink Panther say when he steps on an ant? Dead end, dead end. All right. Okay, anywho, let's get the stop on that one. And here's what we got. Once again, if you vote after, we'll still put it in there. But what we got here is a 6 trying to knock down one of those 7 10s. Can't do it, so it needs the help of those 4 7s. Still 2 left. And we have 9s. And they take out the last 2 or last 1. And then we have 5 9s left. So, ladies and gentlemen, the last book of the evening ends on a high note. It's a 9. It's an awesome cover without the cussing. All righty, there we go. Don't forget to hit the poll there, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't voted yet, all righty, let us know what we're doing next. We got some excellent choices on there. Saving all the horror stuff from for October, so we can do all the horror books there. All righty, all the scary books. I say it. All righty, so let's figure out where we all land here. There's 12 comics. What's the worst one? Let's start off with Amy. Amy, what is the least and the most best cover on this number 7 here? And also Melissa.
I think probably, as much as I like Bat Hound, I think that cover probably has the least going for it, or is the most confused.
Okay.
And I think the Robins is probably the best composition overall.
Okay, Melissa.
Okay. I think I'll go with. I think I'll stick with seeing it the way it is.
All righty, Eric.
I gotta say the one in the middle is my favorite of the 3, and Bat Hound is the more fine word.
Okay, that's 3 votes, so it's stuck. I'm not gonna vote. I'm gonna let you guys do it since there's 5, and there will be a definitive. Okay, so we're still up on these. LK, where do you stay? All we need is a vote for the best.
Yeah, just leave it the way it is.
Okay, and that cements it. So let's go to RDV to start us off with the 8s.
I would have voted for the one with the shark fish, or the goldfish doorway.
Yeah.
Wow. The best is the robot.
All right.
The worst is the owl.
The owl. LK, since you only got to do half of the 7s, how about you? What's the best and worst?
Keep the best where it is and move the multicolor Batman to the bottom spot.
All right. So we've got 1-1. Eric?
I literally cannot distinguish one from the other as far as dislike, so leave it where it is.
Oh.
Okay.
I gave them all 10, so I mean, I said
Okay, so we have 3 votes, or 2 votes for the owl being the worst, and 2 votes for the Batman versus Robot Batman for being the best. Amy and Melissa, where do you stand with this? Best and worst, or least favorite and most favorite.
I think this is probably good for me.
Well, that's 3, so it's there. So we will start with Melissa. What is your favorite and least favorite of the 9s?
Tiny. Here we go. All right. My favorite of these 4 is Batman Jones. Batman Jones was the one that taught me to love Silver Age Batman, so that's my favorite.
All right.
My least favorite. Gosh. The lie detector one?
Okay. Back to you, RDV.
Favorite is the Tank. Least favorite would probably be at the B. Sorry, it's the Jones.
Okay, you just sabotaged that one, but there you go. All righty, LK, what do you say?
Of the 9s here, probably, well, actually my favorite's the courtroom scene, and my least favorite's Batman Jones.
All righty. Eric.
Bat Tank, number 1.
Good night, Joe.
And, yeah, I think Batman Jones edges out Robin Bad Touch by it just a bit.
Okay, I'm going to step in on this one because we've actually got a tie up for worst right here. We've also got it, but the thing is I've got to put it like this because there were no votes for best. I'm going to agree with Bat Tank. There you go. All righty. So, Amy, On the tens, what's the best?
Oh, Batman representing the arts. Absolutely.
Okay, Melissa, what's the best?
And yeah, in terms of like artistic merit and interesting concept, I'm going to go with Batman. This is the Batman self-portrait.
All righty,
Dragon
Eric,
is
what's the best?
Keep it the way it is.
Okay, LK and RDV, which one would you have picked?
I
Go
would have picked a giant lizard fish thing as the top one.
Ben Affleck is mine.
Ben Affleck, so it would have been 4-1 on that one. Okay, so there you go, guys. At number 12, we have the circus. At number 11, we have the choose your right path. At number 10, we have Dead Robins. At number 9, we have Owlman. Number 8 is the Rainbow Batman, the beautiful cave comic that should be in the top 10 or top 3, but isn't. And that is, what's that? 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 is Lie Detector Batman. 5 is Batman Jones. 4 is the Trojan Horse. 3 is the Bat Tank. 2 is the Underwater Fire Breathing Dragon. And the number 1 is, hey guys, in 50, 60 years, I think we're going to have a Batfleck. All righty, there you go, gang. Your Silver Age Batman comics. Awesome. All righty. Did your favorite make it to the top? That's the big question. Because mine didn't. I like the Bat Cave. That was my favorite of the night. Anybody else have one not make it, or?
Yeah. No, my favorite still was the giant lizard.
The giant, yeah. Well, at least it made it into the 10s.
Yeah.
All righty. Let's see. Good night to everybody who's leaving, says Maranya. Have a good night, Dark Admiral. My favorite 9 is Batwoman's. With the Trojan Horse. Yeah, with the Trojan Horse. It was a good one. Before I head out, I got to say Godzilla Sea Monster is the best cover. All righty. I'm glad you guys had a good time doing this. Let us go and find out what I am putting up for the last episode of the 5th season. We've got 27 votes this time around. Thank you very much for everybody who participated. Classic Illustrated, unfortunately, only got 7% of the vote. But more unfortunately is the Monkeys only got 14. Now, Zorro came in second with 37. But it looks like we're going to be taking a look at Gold Key's Twilight Zone because it got 40% of the vote. Well, it's going to be in September. But you know what? They made more than 12. So we could revisit it if we want to. All righty, but there you go. Let me make sure that I put this into the thing. That is, yep, episode 15. Episode 16 will be Twilight Zone. And in all honesty, these things come around pretty quick. I was actually thinking that we are very close to the end of season 4, the one that we're on right now. And what we're going to be doing is tomorrow is the rain covers that it seems like RDV suggested yesterday. Then we've got Rocketeer on Tuesday. Wednesday is Maranya's birthday, so in honor, we are doing Iron Man. Now, she has requested the Iron Man to be done, which shall be the earliest, and number 50, because I didn't show that on the 50 issue. So she's
is she going to be on the panel with us?
That's her choice.
Okay.
She's always, yeah, she is always invited. So anytime she wants, she can be on the panel. But there you go. That is for the rest of the season. Then on Thursday shall be the brackets. Well, that should be fun. All righty. We'll see. I don't know. I'm going to try to be here, but Mondays and Thursdays are date nights, and I'm putting Gail as priority. Say again?
On the 7th day, you rested.
On the yeah. Well, I absolutely want to put Gail, priority on our date nights and such, of course.
You know,
but a lot of times we're here, and sometimes she'll say, "Hey, stick around," but sometimes she'll fall asleep. So it's okay. There you go.
There you go.
If Gail would just join us, she'd have more fun.
Gail would be more than welcome to join us. She will never. I know her. I've even suggested, why don't we do movie reviews? Since we're seeing a lot of movies together, why don't you do movie reviews with me?
She's
I'm afraid Gail would be one of those people. It's like the minute she does it one time, she takes over.
Nah, she wouldn't be that. She is actually a very quiet person.
But very thoughtful.
Quiet
Say again?
movie reviews. You can do quiet movie reviews.
Right. Discussion streams win. You know, Rhaegar, I've actually been wanting to get into that a little bit more. I want to do more let's just have conversations kind of streams.
Melissa,
I miss those. I love doing this, but I like our less structured, here's a news story now, where do we take it kind of streams. I miss those.
Melissa, whip out the banjo. We'll drop viewers on.
But I do like discussions like, you know, hey, what's your favorite theme song from a cartoon or something?
What's your favorite scary movie?
Yeah. What? Venkman, did you hear that?
Hear what?
The song? Because you said banjo, so I wasn't sure if you were.
Well, no, somebody hummed it, but she didn't play it though.
Oh.
I did hear banjo.
No, that was actually me going. Oh.
What is that?
What song is that you're trying to play?
That's Open Up Your Heart and Let the Sun Shine In.
Oh, okay.
That's off of the Saturday Morning's Greatest Hits. It was an artist or a band called Print.
Shine in. Let it with a grin.
Yeah, no, I realized I had ripped the CD, so it was just looking through. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, Hong Kong Phooey was the Sublimes.
Smilers never lose.
Yeah,
and frowners never win, so let the sun shine in. Everybody.
I don't know, but it sounds wonderful.
Yeah,
look it up. It's
Happy,
nice.
Happy, Joy, Joy. Violent Femmes did Eep, Ork, Ah. Eep, Op, Ork, Ah.
Oh, that's from Jetsons. Eep,
Jetsons, yeah.
Ork, Ah, that means I love you. I remember that one, yeah.
The Jetsons movie, right?
Reverend Horton Heat did a combination of Johnny Quest and Stop That Pigeon. That was the one I remember.
Well, actually, that was from the Jetsons TV show. I used to watch a lot of cartoons when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, appreciate it, but easier for me to vote in the chat. All righty, Maranya. Ned Beatty's ghost is getting worried with all the banjo talk. It sounds like an armadillo being burned up. Yes, it actually does. I have modeled my vocal stylings after that. My question is, I know what an armadillo burning sounds like. How do you, sir? Johnny Quest refuses to return my handsomeness.
Maybe armadillos like to go lay out on the beach and tan where he is.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I wasn't talking about setting him on fire.
Oh, speaking of, did you guys hear about that in Jersey? You need like a beach pass in order to go surf, apparently, in New Jersey.
What?
I saw that. Some kid got knocked around because it was in his bag.
Arrested.
And stuff.
Yeah.
I don't talk about the race card very much. I think it's a lot of bullshit.
Well, he was white.
Yeah. Oh, I thought the dude was black. I saw a black guy there. I thought they were going after him.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
I stand corrected.
And on that note.
Yeah.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, yes.
They had 4 cops. I'm like, this is what they do in Jersey Shore. They arrest people because
for surfing.
Have their badges. Yeah, it's right.
There's got to be a lot of work on the United States, and a lot of it needs to be. A lot of laws need to go away.
I mean, when the sharks are more safer than the people, they're going to arrest you on the shore.
Yeah. I don't know. Anywho, guys, if you haven't done it already, click like, share, subscribe, ring that notification bell. If you do like the content, you want to help out, going over to Ko-Fi, drop $1 in the tip jar, become one of the members there. I'd like to thank everybody who's already done that. To everyone, all of the true believers, don't forget to go on over to, wait, you're doing a reading, right?
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
On the Geeky Puppet Show.
On the Geeky Puppet Show.
Teen Titans, go.
Teen Titans, go. All right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
All righty. And me and Gail, it's date night. We're going to go to another mystery movie. So, yeah.
Also, we're only like 7 subs away from being 700 now.
Kids, if you haven't subbed to Geeky Puppet Show, please go do it and give them watch time, please.
We have the watch time. I just need the actual subs.
But there you go. So they need 300 subs in order to get monetized over there. All righty. That being said, I'm so proud of how far England Team Shilling has come. Well, thank you, Bad Comic Reviews. Have you made a donation to the channel? That's the big question.
Donate all your money.
Search your heart, search your soul.
I hear you.
There's a book called 3 Felonies a Day about how most people commit 3 of them a day without knowing. Yeah, right. All righty, gang. Once again, thank you very much for making another successful show tonight. And thank you very, very much for watching. Have a good night, guys.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Everyone.